Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Safe Streets, Arizona. We are super excited to be back with you. Gyda, we have a big day planned for tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. First of all, I know guys, I look so nerdy right now. I was
We
telling
both
Danielle I
do.
might need yeah, she did that for me, by the way. She looked sexier earlier. She felt bad. She wanted to be part of the team. I my eyes are getting bad. Okay, I'm gonna admit it. You guys are the first. So I have to wear this blue light things and then I'm gonna go get my eyes checked. Anyways, that's beside the point. Tomorrow, we're going out because it's been a minute since Danielle and I got together, and we used to do this a lot. Like we used to do this once a week. Remember, like feed the homeless, and we
Yeah.
miss it so much. So Danielle called me today. Said, "Guy, we need to go out there on the streets." And we've been talking to this girl recently. She's our new volunteer, and she really wants to see what we do. So Danielle was like, "Let's not go crazy. We have jobs. We have a life. Why don't we just feed?" Danielle was like, "Let's just feed a little bit of like 30 homeless. How hard is that?" So I'm like, actually, yeah, I can do that during my lunch break. So we're gonna go out around. So we're gonna meet around 11:45, right? And then we're gonna be out there by noon, and we're just gonna give out Subway sandwiches. Keep it as simple as possible. Some water bottles, granola bars. I have some donations too that I have to sort through, and give to Daniel. I know Daniel. You told me earlier that there's a couple of organizations that wanted us to drop off some clothes. Which ones are those again?
So I've been talking with Tammy. I know that there was a family in need that recently lost everything. And so we've kind of gone through some of our donations and some of the folks that had donated specifically for that family. So we'll make sure to get things over to her. And then we also spoke with another foundation downtown that they've got a lot of folks, male and female, kind of a big mix that they're always looking for clothing for them. So, I reached out to him specifically yesterday and said, "Hey, we have got exactly what you're looking for." And he said, "Bring it by," a big heart emoji, and was like, "Bring it by. We're happy to take it." So, yeah, we're just really excited to be able to take these things where they need to go. I mean, the hardest thing I think sometimes about like the clothes, right, is that when we're out doing service, like we can't necessarily stop in the street and like serve food, right? And so we couldn't necessarily do that with clothing either. And so it's a lot easier when we know, like, is there someone else that needs this? Are there families in need that need this? And then we can kind of decide where it goes and who it goes to, and who needs it. If there's anyone that needs it, reach out to us and we'll make sure it gets to you. But yeah, so these couple of organizations I knew for certain needed these items, so we're going to make sure to get it in their hands for their community, which is really important to us to make sure that they get it.
Mm-hmm. I know it's good. And then what's cool about tomorrow too is that not only that we're gonna meet this new volunteer, which I'm excited. I mean, I actually spoke to her on the phone, and I know that we've been very careful with screening Danielle,
Yeah.
right? Because like especially after what happened with the last thing that happened to us, which I'm not gonna talk about. I promise myself I'll be good. I promise you today. And I I talked to her and she sounds very passionate about it. I listened to her background. I'm not going to disclose her name because we were trying to protect her privacy. Now, if she wants in the future to jump on one of our podcasts, we're happy to have you. And I love listening to her story. You know me. I'm that crazy lady who's just like, tell me your story. I need to know everything about you. And hearing her story and her passion, I'm not going to tell you what her story is, but I'm really excited for her to come join us
Yeah.
and tomorrow. And I think she's gonna be amazed. Yes, it's not gonna be a big event. We're not gonna feed 300 people, but I think just seeing her watch us do what we do every day. And what's exciting about it too, Danielle, is that first of all, I'm not driving. Let's just say that.
I'm the driver.
Thank you. I'm not driving because Daniel is actually okay. This is a side joke. I don't mean this to be derogatory or anything, but there's got to be an app for like find a homeless. I we need to come up with that. Come on. right? So where we can spot them, we can just like, okay, there's a pin right there, let's drop it off. So we're not like all over the place trying to drive crazy, because you know me, we almost died the last time we did it.
Yeah.
So we know where to find them, you know. And but again, going back, being serious here, I'm excited for her to see what we're doing. And yes, we're only gonna feed 30 homeless people, and that's okay. But in the future, once we start growing, and this is what people don't understand. Like, it takes a while, you know, to grow an organization. And we're new to this. We're still learning. I don't know if you guys saw my live yesterday. I talked about like, hey, if you've been doing this for a while, teach us everything. We're open. Daniel and I are like willing to learn, you know. We're learning as we do this. We didn't expect to do this like this soon, you know. It was literally just Danielle's dream that she shared with me. And she's freaking smart, hardworking woman that had everything already lined up. So I'm like, wow, all I gotta do is jump in, like jump the ship, like basically like join you, and everything's already done. She has attorney, she had the website already. All I gotta do is my social media thing, which I'm good at, and that's easy for me. She made it really easy for me, and that's
Mm.
why I was really like no hesitation. Remember? Like I was
You're so
like, I'm
sweet.
in. Let's do this, girl. And your
Yeah.
vision and your passion and your love and your story. I Danielle doesn't really like to talk about her personal life. I wish I'm gonna challenge you, girl. You have to hear her story because it's just so sweet and passionate. And there's a reason why she started doing this. And that's why I joined forces with her, especially after the traumatic event that happened to me. I heard her story and her love for what she's doing and where she came from, and I fell in love with it. And I believe in you, Danny, and you know that. And I'm here for you. I feel like you've always been you're like my sister from another mother. I feel that way. I feel like I feel like we used to be like we used to be like connected somehow, and in the past, like in our
Yeah.
last life,
Yeah.
in our past life. And I remember being drawn to you right away. It was easy, and you're the one of the best things that ever happened in my life. And I want to say this out loud because like when I get old and when I'm like, you know, when I'm gone, which we all die, that's just part of life. I want people to know how much Danny really impacted my life. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have this platform. So thank you. Like I tell this to people all the time. And I know like when I talk about the organization, it's our organization. But you know me, like I'm a part of it. It's mine too. Like
Yeah.
it's my baby now, you know. So I have to say it that way. But Danny, this was all built by Danny. She started this whole thing. I literally just jump in and did the social media side of things. And we are so in sync, guys, as far as like our goals and our mission and our passion. And again, back to we're still learning, you know, there's still a lot to learn in starting an organization. I mean, dang, like I Google it as much as I can. It's kind of sad, but hey, Google, right? It has all
Yeah.
the answers. And I also connect with people, but we do have our private lives. So as you guys know, Danny runs 3 freaking companies. In case you're wondering, I mean, she's a freaking badass. She has kids. She has a husband. She has a family. I don't have any kids yet. I have this as my baby. This is my baby right now. And I don't have a husband yet. So if you're looking, no, I'm just kidding. Is that we're not here right now? Sorry, Danny, I'm trying.
Plug.
Desperation.
I love it.
Mingle.
I love it.
Ready to mingle.
Yep. I love it.
Um, all I'm saying is that we're busy. I have a full-time job. I also have other platforms. So follow us on our personal social medias. You know, I'm public. I know you just follow Danny. She has her own platform as well. And you know, you'll be able to see what we do, what our day jobs are. And it's really exciting doing that and then having this to do on the weekends and at night. So it takes us a little bit of time. But I promise you we'll get there. And I
Yeah.
promise you, our whole sole purpose is to be able to not just change Arizona, but also go to different states and make a difference there. Even like, I mean, I'm thinking if you want big goals, I'm thinking like outside of the US.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. And what do you think, Danny? Did I make you
Yes.
cry?
Yes. That was all so kind.
Mhm.
It was. I will get to share my story one day, the full
Please.
story.
Mhm.
Um it's a weird day for me. Like, full transparency, I do a lot for other people. I have a lot going on in my life all the time. My family's going through something today that's like a pretty big thing. So my mind's all over the place, right? So I'm really trying to just soak everything in. I think like today very specifically. And um so things like this are, I think, really exciting for me. And it really helps when I have these other outside things, not really outside things, it's very inside, right? But um when I have these other things going on, I really feel like looking at a day like tomorrow, when we go out and I can't even use a word like we just get to feed 30 people. I look at it more like we get to go and help someone. And that someone may go and impact someone else, and then someone else and someone else. And it's almost like how I described when I sit in the line to buy a coffee, and it's like I just pay it forward every day because I know that that may impact someone else, or I hold the door for someone, or I just say thank you or please. And so when I go through days like today and I have these things going on, personally, I look forward to tomorrow, and I say like I want to hopefully be the person that impacts someone tomorrow or someone today, and then that person goes and impacts someone else, and in a positive way. And I in fact reached out to someone today, and it's uh like tangent, kind of on a different line of topic, I could think. But I read this thing on social media today, and it was someone that follows us and has been very supportive of who we are. And I read this thing on social media, and it took me by surprise a little bit. And my response was, hey, like, I hope your rainy days are over. And
Mhm.
I got a response back, and it was like, my rainy days are not over. And all I could do was say, like, I'm here for you if you ever need to talk. And I feel like that's what we do tomorrow, is we are the voice that gets to go out, whether or not it's with food or clothing or water. It's that we are there for them, for whoever that is, in the event that they need someone to lean on. And I want to be that person that someone can lean on to say thank you, or like, we love you, we appreciate you, like, you are still someone to me. I don't even know you, but you mean something to me. And it's I think it's something that all of us need to do better at, is recognizing when people need someone to lean on. And it's in all walks of life, and it's in all, like, we need it sometimes, and we look like we're happy as a clam all the time. Right?
Mhm.
So yeah, days like tomorrow mean a lot to me.
Mhm.
And I think every day means a lot to me. But I
Mhm.
think when we actually get to like kind of step outside of what we do every day, we run very busy lives. I do run a house of kids, and my husband and my puppies, and um, businesses. And so when I get to kind of step outside of that and, go serve the community around me, it truly puts me, it fills my heart and soul, and it puts me at a place where everything is at a different perspective, and I get to come back to my home, and I truly, truly remember who I am. And I think that that's where I'm like,
Mhm. Mhm.
I feel fulfilled.
Mhm.
And I can't tell you that there's a better feeling than that. Um, yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have to do what I do every day, and to do the things that we get to do with this organization. Um, I To your point, yeah, I don't foresee this being Arizona wide for
Mhm.
much longer. I foresee it being um, in different states. And one of the bigger projects that I've been working on, and I was working pretty closely with one of our, like a director of volunteer services for us, um, and I know her very well because her and I do sports together, is working on our youth division. And so it's the Safe Streets Kids Zone. Um, and so that's in development. And I know.
My God. Oh, you just made my day. I had a shitty day today too. Not
But my
entirely, but
Yeah, but it's like, you know, I'm so passionate about the fact that I know that after having, not only because I have kids, but because I was in sports, and I owned a sports facility for almost 11 years. I see the impact that sports have on children, and so I knew that this was something that we needed to do. And so building out this division of Safe Streets has been something that I wanted to make sure was on the, the, like, we hit the ground running and we do it in the beginning. And so this is uh, on its way. It's rolling out right now. We're in the process. We are developing what's going to be sports for, like, right now, it's scootering, gymnastics and tumbling, golf, and soccer. And so we're developing those programs, schedules, where they're going to be held. Hopefully, we'll be able to kick this off in the next 6 months, so beginning of 2025. So it's super exciting, but I know, again, that the impact of sports on children, to keep them off the streets, to keep them away from drugs, to keep them, away from the antisocial behaviors that we see. Um, the other piece to this, and the reason I thought it was so important, is that I know that there's about, I think the statistic is 54% of kids have dropped out of sports since 2022. And the reason that this is happening is because there was a lack of facilities, and a lack of the ability to fund these activities. And so I know through an organization like ours, where it's more or less provided to the community, they wouldn't otherwise have this. And so I knew that this was something that we had to do. And yep, so we're doing it.
wow. This
Keeping
is
the
the
kids
first
off
time I'm
the street.
hearing this, guys.
Yeah.
This is insane. See, you keep too many secrets from me, Danny. Good secrets. No, she doesn't want me to get overwhelmed. The great thing about my relationship with Danielle is that we just flow. Like we don't talk every day. We would send like little text messages, but we also give each other space, and that is so important, especially if you're running 100 miles per hour every day. That person needs space, and I feel like she's able to read my energy when she knows I need a break. And so she would shift, and I know you do this, maybe I'm making this up, but she would shift the way the text messages looks like, or the words she would use, or she would just be all business to make sure that I'm not like, not to get me all emotional. I remember last Saturday I was freaking out over something really silly, and she's like, Gyda, just self-soothe. And then I texted her on Monday, like, 'cause she's like, my mom, like, freaking out. And then she's like, right away, she's like on the phone. I think you were on your way to drop off your kids. I don't know. I heard you say like, I love you or something like that. And that was very sweet. Like, she gives me the space that I need so I can take care of myself first. And then when she comes in and her and I get together, she's like, matter of fact, we got this. We'll keep going. We believe in the same thing. We calm each other down. Like, our energy is so in sync. I know I'm talking energy. I'm not sure if everybody knows about energy, but that's just me. I'm kind of weird right now. In that space of like, getting to know myself. But that's not for this podcast. That's for a different podcast. Um, but it's just nice to work with you and work with someone that actually respects you and gives you the space that you need so you can do whatever you need to do for your own sanity too. And I appreciate that about you, Danielle. And that's why I'm excited about everything you just said. That's probably why you don't want to overwhelm me with all this stuff, because you know me, I'll probably live in the middle of driving. I'll go crazy, get all excited. So
You guys,
and
I'm a go go go. So the second I'm like, all right, I have to just show you guys.
okay.
This is my like this is a binder, not a binder, it's a notebook. I keep a notebook for everything I do, but it's my meetings and documents and marketing and you name it, it's everything. Then there's files. I'm super organized. My brain may not seem organized all the time, but once there's a idea, everyone's involved at a stage of this idea. So the people that have to be the instructors to these sports, or when a facility needs to be involved, or things like of that nature, it's very much at stages in what I do. And so I even said to my husband tonight, I was like, hey, Tuesdays are date nights for us. I want to be sure to chat with you about, for the scooter part of things. Like, I know that there's a scooter park that's actually closing doors and they're getting rid of inventory. Maybe we shoot down there and like pick up some inventory, and like the golf stuff. And it's like things like that where my mind is like constantly go, 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 because I want to make sure that everything we do for what we're doing for these kiddos makes sense, and that what we're doing, we're giving back to the community, and we're doing it in a really great, smart way. And it's very like systematic, and it's all like stored in all these different
Mhm.
places. But when there's an idea, my husband of all people is like, when there's an idea, there's no shutting that idea down. She's going to go, 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 go. And so it's the funniest thing, but most people are like, girl, take a seat.
Yeah, I
Take a
know.
seat, calm down.
Calm down.
Yeah.
My mentor told me that this past week when I did a call with him, guy, that you're doing too much. I said, first of all, I'm running. Daniel does this podcast for us. Thank you. Because when I told him, like, did you say you're running 3 podcasts? Well, technically I'm 2, but I'm on 3. He goes, Gyda, that's too much. Stick with 2 max. It's like, you're gonna go crazy. I'm like, no, but I have a lot of energy. I'm like, but yeah, but you're single, and don't you want to find some? I'm like, yes, that's another story. That's future. But yeah, so you really helped me a lot with like kind of keeping my brain and everything organized. I am a pretty organized person, but at some point you do need help, right? And you're really good at jumping in when you feel that I'm getting frustrated or just overwhelmed with things. So I really appreciate that about our relationship, and I'm excited. I know I told you guys that I'm gonna do a Facebook group. That's my goal. So give me. I told myself sometime in May, I will get it done. But for now, our goal is to start doing events, or maybe if we can do like every other week or even weekly, whatever it may be, so you guys can actually see us do something, right? It's not going to be anything big at first, so please understand that. But our goal is to just take the baby steps
Mhm.
until we're big, and that's why we're excited about tomorrow's event. Literally, I'm gonna go to Subway in the morning, and I've worked with them in the past, and I'll just get the foot long, nothing too crazy, have them cut it up in small pieces. They typically give me those little wrapper bags, so it's
Yep.
nice and packed up, packaged, so it's safe. And we're gonna put in bags, water bottles, granola bars from the last time we drove around and gave out food. I still have leftover stuff. I still have leftover gloves
And
as
and
well.
I have, we've had our donations of not just clothes, but water bottles. We have had like an outpour of um, giving, and
Mhm.
it's been huge. And so not only do we have what we have from our closet clean out and from the first time that we went out and did service with the volunteers from your community. But we also have like just this outpour. When I had mentioned, I think we had mentioned on one of our last episodes that we were doing kind of this like hydration day. So funny when it does that.
I know.
Um,
What is that?
it does this one too.
Oh, okay. Oh, what? Hold on. Is
Isn't
it
that
just me?
great? No, it should do
Yeah.
it to you too. You have to, I think you just have to hold it. Sorry, guys. We're like all in love
I
with it.
know. Hold on. I'm
Um,
gonna have to do this on my podcast.
I
Oh, whatever.
know.
I'll figure it out.
But so when we had mentioned that we're doing this like hydration day and we had kind of talked about like summer's coming, it's getting really warm. There was this outpour of um my community over here with a like cases of water. And I have people that were like, here, I've got this for you. I've got a neighbor over here that was, we've got clothing for you. We've got this for you. And so it has just been amazing the support we're seeing. Um, I don't know if I could say enough that we could not do what we do without the support of um, our friends, our family. Some are not our friends at all or our family, but you are now. Like,
Mm,
we could not do this without the support of the community around us.
mm,
And um, when I tag Safe Streets, when I tag what we do online, when I throw our hashtags up, one of the ones I always put on there is building stronger communities, and I mean every word of that. We are all in this together. Like, this is not a one and done type situation. Like, we don't go out tomorrow. We don't go out every other day. We don't go out every other week and fix the world. Um, this is truly like a collaborative thing. Like, we're all trying to do this together. And so, yeah, we have what we have from different events, and we have what we have because you guys have been so like gracious and given these donations to us, and we could not be more grateful for that. So I just don't know how to say thank you enough for the support we've received.
And we're still getting more donations. I mean,
Yeah,
my neighbors are still. I mean, I maybe I can aim my camera over here. You
it's
guys,
amazing.
I mean, it's you can't. It's behind my bed, but it's bags and bags of clothes and stuff. And yesterday, I went live and tried sorting some of them out. Some of them still has tags on them, and I'm like, who does that? You know, there's so many good people out there, and it's funny. They're like, they would go through their stuff and they'll make sure that there's no old clothes in there. They're like, nobody's gonna want to wear this. Like, even shoes, they'll throw it away. I'm like, yeah, but you never know. Like, they'll take anything, but they won't. They're like, I only want to give out nice things to Safe Streets Arizona. Like, you know, so they would sort it out themselves. All the stuff that I've gotten are pretty much almost brand new. They still smell good. I'm like, even like, damn, this will look good on me, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's keep this for the people that really needs it.
Yeah, it's
And I'm
amazing
really,
though.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of what we're building. I'm so proud of the donations that we're getting every day. And you know, and we're just starting. Like, we're like, what, Danielle? We're 2 months in. I don't even remember. 3 months in. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still pretty new, and I cannot wait to see where we're at in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years. Like what Danielle says, this is a process, right? And it's not like one size fits all. You know, there's gonna be changes, there's gonna be challenges, and we're just gonna have to deal with them when it comes. And you know, we want to partner with other organizations out there that's already has a program in place. We want to learn from you guys. Let's help each other out. Let's build a community to where we can all, you know, help each other out, be together, so we can get this done a lot quicker, you
Yeah.
know. And I think that if there's a message in this podcast, I think that should be the message. As far as, we need your help, you know, we also need your help. um let's do this. Call us. I mean, I encourage you guys to go to our website. I encourage you guys to reach out to us. We're very busy individuals, so give us 24 to 48 hours. If it's an emergency, we have a line that you guys
Hmm.
can call, you know. And Daniel keeps stressing that. I'm not sure if you're missing it. And then, Daniel, can you just stress that one more time so people know?
Yeah, we have a like peer support line. It's 24/7. I will tell you that there are phone calls that come to that line all the time. I do answer them. That it's a text and phone line. You can text and call that line. There haven't been any messages that are left. I'm not quite sure if it's misdialed phone numbers, but I do respond to that phone. It is with me at all times. So it's a peer support line. So it kind of goes back to what I said earlier. If there is someone in need of support, call the line. I'm able to talk through that. We have people that are able to talk through that with you. We're able to provide support to you. And if we are not the ones that can provide the support to you, we can find services for you. So yeah, we urge you to please utilize that phone number. I just don't feel like it's been utilized. Like I said, I answer the phone and it can be text or called. But yeah, I want to stress the use of that for sure. Yeah.
And that goes straight to Danielle because I have insomnia, guys. So anytime I get to sleep, I'm out. Like I can't wake up, uh, and she knows that too. So, but anyways, that's a different podcast. If you want to get to know more about that, I do a lot of live. Sorry for the plug. I know this not supposed to be. This is not the platform for that, but I kind of just want to. If you guys want to get to know me, I do a live at 5 a.m. every morning because I'm a firm believer that it takes 66 days to create a new habit. And I've been working on myself for this whole year, actually, and trying to figure out ways not only to be really good at my career, but also be really good at Gyda, but my life. I feel like I've really stopped taking care of myself, and instead I focus on building a new organization or creating a podcast or doing all these things to get myself distracted from reality. And we do have past trauma, we do have past pains, right? It makes us grow, it makes us who we are now. So I started this journey. I did it 2 days ago. So if you guys are up at 5 a.m. or wants to get to know or want to see what Guida does at 5 a.m., I will talk your ears out. If you want me to talk about anything, any topics about personal development, I got you. I'm here for you. And I think my sole goal here is like, I know not a lot of people have time for this, right? I'm very lucky because I'm living by myself. I have Teddy. Teddy's super low maintenance. I don't have any kids. So I read a lot. And my weekends are all about reading podcasts, you name it. And the good thing about that is now I have is your puppy is so cute. I have a storage of just stuff that I know that I've learned, and for those that doesn't really have time because they have a life, let me be that resource for you. Just sit with me for an hour and I'll tell you everything I've learned. And in this journey of personal development, growth, giving back, right? I mean, giving back is huge. I feel like every platform that I've been into, every successful person that I've met, or that billionaires, we're talking billionaires, a lot of them retire and just have a mission of like, hey, I just give back. Like they write books to be able to give back, and that's what I want. I want to create a platform to where every single revenue that goes in it goes back to Safe Streets Arizona. That's my goal, and that's why I'm very passionate about this. I really want to help people and see them transition and see them change, and I want them to be like, yeah, we went through Safe Streets Arizona program, and this is why I went from becoming a homeless to now I'm a CEO of the biggest company in the world. That's what we want. And I used to be this. Now I'm this. I have families now. I got remarried. We have kids, and those are the stories that we really want to tell in the future. Um, you know, and they don't even have to mention our names. If they just say Safe Streets Arizona, we know that's our baby. And later on, we're gonna grow. Danielle and I are probably gonna get old, and there's probably gonna be other young folks that are going to jump in and help us, and we're probably just going to run it from, I don't know, behind a computer, on our walkers, well, on our walkers. And it's life, and we built something, and I'm very passionate about this. I know I've talked about this before, that I don't have any kids, so this is my baby, and i want I want my baby to grow. I want my baby to be remembered, um by other people, and make more babies. I want grandkids out of this thing, and that's
Mhm.
what I want, and that's the ultimate goal here. And so, yeah, we appreciate you guys supporting us. We really want you guys, if you guys really want to support us, buy some shirts. Start there, right? Buy shirts. You don't have to donate money. Okay, if you want to, we will take it. But if you just want to start with just something very small, purchase a shirt, one shirt. I remember I got a couple of my neighbors saying, "I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it." I'm like, I don't think you've done it, because it's just Danny and I buying the shirts right now. Buy some shirts, support us. You know, that's the start, right? Because right now we're using our own funds, which we have no problem doing. Um, and I think it's a good thing that we have the ability to, I mean, our jobs are our blessings. We make good money so we can give back, and we're gonna continue to make good money so we can give back. And that's why we work really hard, because the more we work, the more resources we have, which means the more we can give back. So
Mhm.
notice, understand that. And the crazy thing about giving back, one thing I've learned, and this is a perfect example of why good things happen to good people that have good intentions, is ever since I started giving back to others that doesn't have the means, my business grew exponentially. I'm talking like crazy. And I'm taking time away from work to volunteer, to donate whatsoever,
Yeah.
exponentially. Like, I'm at the top of my career right now. I'm getting calls from managers, um asking me for help. I've only been in this company for a year. I'm the new gal in school, but I'm doing things different, and they're getting inspired by it. I also got reached out by my manager. And I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that, because it is a big company, so we do have some policies and everything like that, as far as releasing their name. Um, my manager told me that our company supports organizations, whether you're a nonprofit, profit, or regular organization. So I'm gonna do some more research, because it will be such a dream to partner with the biggest med device company in the world, and have him let us use their name, and have it on our, I don't know if they're gonna let us, but I'm sure, like, put their logos on our website once they say we can do it. And you know, make a change. Like, I'm gonna find out about this, and we have a meeting in the next couple months, to where I was asked to speak at, which is insane. Like, I got the message today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, all these good things are happening in my life. And I'm also starting different avenues. The fact that I'm able to run two other podcasts, and it's all about giving back and helping people. And nobody's ever done it before. And I'm being vulnerable and really, really showing the world who I truly, really am. And I think if it wasn't for what happened to us last year, I would have been this way. I think it really took me back to the exploration phase of who I really am, and what I was meant to, or what I'm here, like, meant to be in this earth for, right? What my purpose is, what my mission is, as me, as Gyda on our own. And one thing I'm gonna say, I'm never ever ever gonna let anybody use my brand anymore. I'm always gonna have control over any single post that I put myself into. And if another advice for you guys, I highly recommend you do so. Um, don't let other people use your face, use your brand, use your name. Always have control over your own personal brand. Doesn't matter how, if you're famous, if you're not famous, it doesn't matter, because internet is really interesting. Okay, I mean, I'm a internet geek, so I understand algorithms, I understand how it works, and it's not fun. So let's keep it that way, keep it just protect your brand at all times, have control over it, and don't give too much information, of what you do, where you live, and really, really treat every person, whether it's a personal relationship or a business relationship, as if you're interviewing this person, right? Don't just open your home to every single person that you meet. Really vet them as if like, okay, if you're gonna come into my home, I want to make sure that, kind of like a job interview, like let me look at your background check, application, you name it. That's why we're very passionate about making sure our volunteers apply before we take them in, because for that sole reason, I think not just in Safe Streets Arizona, but you guys need to do that too in your personal lives.
Isn't
Don't
it
you agree?
interesting though? Yeah, but isn't
Yeah.
it interesting that I I find that we've certainly gone through stuff, right? But it's funny that I find that I still look at people and I'm like, you know, let me help you. Do you need anything? Is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything we can do for you? Um, does your family need anything? Like, there's so much of a piece of me that doesn't see. I see it for sure. But I'm saying like I don't want to see that part of humanity, I guess. Like I want to be able to see the deep down greatness of everyone until that part of someone isn't so great anymore. And we've seen the darkest pieces of people, I feel like, in this last, couple of months. And it's been terrible, but it truly hasn't turned me off to
Mm-hmm.
it just hasn't turned me off, I don't think, to
Mm-hmm.
like my purpose. And I think that that was the sole purpose in the mission behind what that was for someone. And I'm grateful for that. Like I'm grateful to have grown up in a good home that taught me the value of what this is. And um for the example that I saw that really created this fire in me to like want to be just like this person. And when I was younger, and to leave a legacy behind just like that, when I witnessed this so many years ago, and I was like, I want to be just like that. And I want to do just like he did for all those people, right? Like that was like this epiphany moment for me.
Mm-hmm.
And this specific person hasn't torn that down yet for me, and I don't they won't. And
Wow.
but it is interesting.
Amazing.
Like it's interesting that all these things can happen. They can like line up perfectly, and I'm still like, do you need anything from us? Like it's
Mhm. Here's my home. Why don't you just live in it for a week? Come in. Yeah, oh my gosh, Danielle, that's why I'm so impressed by you. You're such an amazing person with a good, open heart. I have to be careful because I
I
am a
have to be
single
careful.
female.
Like,
You do actually. I tell my neighbors, guys, I said, they're like, Gyda, did you call the cops again? I'm like, no, I didn't. It's like there's cops. Like I'm like, no, it's not me. It's not me. I promise. But anyways, that's another story. The point here is, guys, listen to our first episode because Danielle talks about like that person that she just mentioned. She talks about it in details, and I almost cried listening to this because she kind of mentioned it to me like briefly, but she didn't talk about it in great detail. So make sure you go back to our very first episode where we're both such a mess. It's not about like, I mean, she's like, she's very contained. But it wasn't about we really wanted it to be as authentic as possible,
sure.
and that's why we decided we weren't gonna talk. I got back from a trip for work, and I said, let's just do the podcast, let's just go for it, and we
Yeah.
try to keep it as authentic. I know I sent Danielle a list of like, hey, maybe we need to talk about this, and she goes, no, I want to keep it as authentic as possible. I want it to be just a conversation. I'm like, you know what, you are absolutely right, and maybe in the future we'll bring experts, but that's future. Right now we want you guys to get to know us while we're growing this this platform for you guys.
I think it's
Because
fun to like share the
yeah,
stuff, right? Like
right.
I think there's so many moving parts right now in all of this that I think that's the fun in it's almost like it's been a long time. It's been 14 years, 15 years since I opened up one of my first businesses. I was in my 20s. And it's almost like that for me. It was like, hey, guess what we're doing now, or hey, guess what part I'm in now. And it's like I want to be able to share all of that with everyone. I want them to know what stage we're in and what state we're going to, or what, with the kids, with Safe Street Kids. Like I want them to understand like what that's going to look like and where the development is with that, because that to me I think is such a big piece to this. Like I feel like the job aids that we want to be able to provide for people, like I feel like these pieces, um, I want us to feel less like we're enabling people to continue down the path they're going, and more like we're supporting to get away from the path that they're on
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
um back into the life that they once had.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's so fun for me to feel like we're going to get there. And that's how it was for that. Like when I was in my 20s, it was like, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. And every stage we got to, I was like, all right, what's next? And we're going to get there and we're going to get there. And so I feel like the community around us, like if you want something from us, ask, because we want to be able to provide that to you. And yeah, I just feel like it's so fun. And quite honestly, the wind wasn't knocked out of my sail, and we don't really care. Like at this point it is what it is, and we're totally fine with it. And I think that we're really past it at this point. Like we're just past all this stuff that's gone on, and it can continue in the
Mm-hmm.
background as background noise. And we're just okay with it. And it is, at that point, to me, it's just background noise. It's like going on behind me. And I know that every step that we take moving forward is helping people. Every time I open my ears and my eyes to what is going on in the past, that's detrimental to someone else. And I am not going to continue down that path. It's not detrimental to me, to you, to any of our organization. It's detrimental to the people that we serve. And I do not want to go down that path. And so I'm not going to continue listening to the noise. And that's really the reality here.
I love that. And guys, if you just listen to us and listen to more of our podcasts in the future, we will start warming up, but we'll tell you exactly why we're doing this. Like, I have a very interesting story myself that I haven't really shared to a lot of people. This is something that a lot of people don't know about me. My family don't even know this about me. And I'm willing and open to share that with you guys and be really real and tell you guys exactly why I chose this path, tell you guys exactly why I believe in the mission of opiates, why I'm so passionate over it, of stopping it. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say right now. I'm not gonna dig deep, but I'll tell you guys later on why, and you understand. You're really truly gonna understand um that side of why I chose to go with this mission. I know I'm like getting emotional thinking about it, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. This is not about today. It's about happy and we're gonna do something big tomorrow. It's gonna be exciting. And can Danielle talk about our extravaganza?
Yes. So we are excited. We have an evening extravaganza. It's coming up in May. It's going to be May 25th. It is a holiday weekend. We are aware of that. Um, Everyone is welcome. This truly is a night of empowerment. We truly want to empower all those that are coming to support us. We want to be there to support you. We want to be there to support the community around us. We're hopeful that our leadership team is going to be able to be out there with us. There is one member of our leadership team that is not local to Arizona. She's more of our accounting team, so she is not local here, but Hopefully, we'll have some recorded video of her that she'll be there with us via Zoom. But we want everyone to really get an idea of who we are, what we stand for, ask us questions, pick our brains about who we are as people. There's going to be food and drinks and live music, and we are just super excited to just get to share a few hours with the community. That's what this is about. It's not, it's nothing more than us sharing us with you, and you guys sharing yourselves with us, and us, getting to all be together, and learning a little bit about who Safe Streets Arizona is. But yeah, we're super excited. It's on the 25th. It is an evening event. We do have it posted on our website. Little website update. So our events are up there, coming soon, I think probably in the next day or so. There's going to be a blog posted. Yours truly is going to be writing a blog. So I will be updating a blog on there. I know. I told you I'm always doing something.
Oh my gosh, girls. You have to warn me when you give big announcements like this. Dang.
It just came to
Amazing.
me, and then I wrote
Yeah.
something, and I was like, I should really just post these things that always come to me, and maybe one day I'll just have a book. But I write a blog on multiple websites that I have, and for different businesses, and I just really thought, like, it's just something to talk about, and it's a way for me to, I don't journal. And so it's a way for me just to get things out that I want to say. Podcasting is a way for me to just get things out that I feel like I need to say. And so I think that blogging is another way to just, I get to put it down and I can put it up somewhere. If you want to read it, you can read it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But it's a way for me just to document something I thought about, and I can go back to it later and find it. And so I'm going to say it's like for me, not for you. I don't know.
I
It's
love
for
that.
everyone.
And
But
then another thing too, guys. Oh my gosh, next time you do something big, you have to
I know,
tell
I'm
me because
sorry.
I want to do a toast. That's amazing. On our extravaganza, I know my coconut water. On our extravaganza, guys, dress code. If you can come with the Safe Street Arizona shirts, we would die. That's what I'm wearing. That's what Danny's gonna be wearing. Keep it casual. We're gonna be jeans, shorts. It's Arizona. It's hot right now. We're gonna
Yeah.
be in an air conditioned environment, of course. But keep it fun. Keep it casual. We're gonna have music. It's gonna be all Costco stuff. That we're gonna purchase ourselves, and it's just gonna be like think about it like a summer barbecue vibe.
Yep, nothing fancy, but
Nothing fancy.
we're gonna feed you. We do have live music that'll be there.
We do. Yeah.
And we do have live music that'll be there, but food and drinks, we're gonna provide
Mhm.
everything for everyone. But it's really just a way for everyone to kind of get together.
Mhm.
Those that have volunteered with us, like, please come out and
Mhm.
be a part of this. Stop by, just say hello if you can't stay the whole time. It's only a few hours, so it's not like a extended thing.
Mhm.
But certainly stop by if you can. It's North Scottsdale area. Beautiful location. Yeah. So we're really excited. This will be one of many that we get to host. So yeah, we're really excited about the opportunity to
Mhm.
have everyone just kind of come together for a night to say hello.
And another thing too, this is a project that I'm gonna work on. I'm really geeky, guys. I'm really good with computers and stuff. In case you guys don't know, I want to make a video of like what we've done from day one until that event, so you guys can see our journey. And then we were gonna talk about our mission too. You guys get to know us. Ask us as many questions. We expect you to like vet on us, like interview us. That's the whole point of this, right? Don't come in and just pretend that, oh, I trust them. They look great. They look legit. No. Ask questions. Ask us about our missions. You should be
Yeah.
looking up our website right now. You should be on our website digging, looking at photos. You should be looking me up right now, looking up Danielle, looking up our jobs, looking up at our social medias. Be a total like think about if you're dating a new person, like you look them up. That's what you need to do right now. Okay? Do your research. I expect questions. If you can come in with your Safe Street shirts, that'll be amazing. If not, we're cool with that too. But
We
just
do
come
have some
casual.
people that have purchased them. Some people have gone on and bought them other than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know. We do have people buying them other than us. I know. Cheers. Virtual
That's
cheers.
another one.
But yeah, so it's really exciting. We go on there and we kind of update shirts for the organization. Every month or so, I put a few different shirts up there. You can always go on and purchase any of the shirts that are up there. We have like a store for the organization, so they all stay up there. There's hoodies and t-shirts and tank tops, so I think that they kind of all stay up there. We'll do some custom ones here and there for different events, but yeah, it's super fun, and all of the proceeds do go straight back to the organization to go back to the community, which is really cool. So we're always excited when we see those come through, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And like I said, we've had a lot of donations to us, not just through the t-shirt stuff, but in other ways. So we couldn't be more grateful for everything that we've had so far. That phone number, by the way, I want to make sure everyone has it. It's our peer support line. It's 602-695-8137. So if anyone needs immediate peer support, it is 602-695-8137.
I wrote this down, Danielle. So just in case I need support, I can call you.
Call it, text it, goes straight to us. Obviously we have our our contact form online, all of those fun things on our website. So I know that if you reach out through Instagram, it gets pretty bogged up. There's a lot of stuff that comes through the Instagram messages. I think
messages, direct message, DMs.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff that comes through mine, even personally. So if you're gonna search us, just don't be a creeper about it. You're more than welcome to message us. Just don't be creepy about it. We do have some weirdo stuff that comes through there. Just know that we're gonna screen those. We're gonna be responsible about. We're females. So
Right.
we've had some pretty cool stuff pop through.
Yeah, we do. And then there's a lot of fake accounts too, so we have to be careful.
Yeah.
Initially, I would follow back anybody that follows us, but now I send it over to Danielle. I'm like, hey, Danielle, because she's the better investigator than I don't have time. I have too many platforms already.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, if you guys are just there to creep, please don't. We're here to just to be straight up. I say that in my personal. I'm like, you're just there to creep. You're just wasting your time. You're gonna get blocked and deleted. I haven't been following back people that have been following us. Not unless I see Danielle's face on there or the WTF agency. So I know it's legit because it's her friends or it's one of my friends and neighbors. So don't feel bad if I don't follow you back. Right. What I would like for you to do is come and volunteer with us. I want to meet you in person. And then once I meet you in person, happy to follow you back and support your page, your Instagram, whatever it may be.
Yep. I agree. All right, everyone. Right. I think we have a big day to continue planning for. We are really excited about it. Please be sure to go to our social platforms. Please be sure to go over to our website, safestreetsaz.org, and check out everything there. Head on over there the next couple of days to check out that blog. Like it, love it, do whatever you want with it. Don't read it if you don't want to. But yeah, with our, our YouTube channel and our Instagram, like it, love it, share it, do all the things, comment to things. We really love all the support we've had so far. We could not be more grateful. We will be back with everyone next week with another episode. So yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you for listening, watching.